Yes, welcome to this video class. Hope you did all the activities which are mentioned in the last video. And in this video, you are going to learn the different types of joints and how the movement is possible. So the first joint is ball and socket joints. So with this activity, you'll clearly understand the kind of movement that takes place with the help of ball and socket joint in our body. So for this, you have to roll a strip of paper into a cylinder and make a small hole in an old rubber or plastic ball, and you just push the paper cylinder into it, or even you can paste this cylinder over the ball. Now put the ball in a small bowl. So how it is related to the joint of our body? So you just imagine that the paper cylinder is your arm and the ball is its end. So imagine that, just consider this arm, okay? This is a paper cylinder. Now it consists of a ball at its end. The paper cylinder, it consists of a ball at the end. And the bowl, it is like the part of the shoulder in which your arm is joined. So this is the shoulder, and to which where you can see that this arm is getting joined with the help of the bone which is present at the end of this shoulder. So the ball, it just fits into the socket as such. So the rounded end of one bone, it fits into the cavity of the other bone. So this is one bone. Here it gets joined in the shoulder region of the cavity. So this joint, it allows the movement in all the directions. You just try to rotate your arm so it can rotate in all the directions. Is it so? Yes. So as such, the joint which is present in the shoulder region as well the bone which is present in your hip region, they allow the movement in all the directions. Okay. So this is how the movement takes place. So the first kind of joint is ball and socket joint, which are present in the shoulder and the hip regions. Yes, and the second joint is the pivotal joint, and here the joint where our neck, it joins the head. So this joint, it allows us to bend our head forward, backward, and you can even turn right or left. So in a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone, it rotates in a ring. It is because of that ring where these movements are possible. So the pivotal joint, which joins the neck to your head, which makes the movement, you can move forward, backward, right, and also left. Okay. So the ball and socket joint, which is present in the shoulder and the hip region, and the pivotal joint, which joins your neck with the head. Yes, another kind of joint is the hinge joint. You just open and close the door a few times and observe the hinges of the door carefully, and they allow the door to move back and forth. Okay, you just go near the door and try to move it and observe the hinges and how the movement takes place. So here is an activity. You just make a cylinder with cardboard or thick chart paper and attach a small pencil to the cylinder by piercing the cylinder at the center, and make a hollow half cylinder from cardboard such that the rolled up cylinder can fit inside it and allows the movement like a hinge. So where these movements are possible? So the hinge joint, where you can find that it is present in the elbow. The hinge joint is present in the elbow region and also in your knee. So which can show the back and forth movement. So the back and forth movements are possible. And also this hinge joint will allow the movement only in one direction. You can't bend your elbow backward, right? You can't bend it back. You can do a forward movement as such. So these hinge joints will allow the movement only in one directions. The hinge joint are present in the elbow region and also in the knee. Okay, so the three types of joints you have seen are ball and socket joint, pivotal joint, and also hinge joint. Yes, and there are other kinds of joints which are known as fixed joints. Some joints between bones, they cannot move. Such joints are called fixed joints. And where are these fixed joints present? There is a joint between the upper jaw and the rest of the head, which is a fixed joint. For this, you just try to open your mouth, yes, and see whether you are able to move your upper jaw. You can't do that, right? It is because it is attached with your head. So that as it is not, it is an immovable joint, we call it as a fixed joint. But whereas your lower jaw, yes, you can move it. You can just move, right? So this is not, and it is an movable joint. Whereas the upper jaw, it is an immovable joint. So that we call it as a fixed joint. Then what gives the different parts of our body their different shapes? Yes, what is present inside our body? Yes, here is a skeleton, right? The bones in our body also form a framework which gives shape to our body. So this framework, we call it as a skeleton. Okay, so how can you just see that? So here are a few x-rays. Might your parents, when they have hospitalized or when they have a broken when they met with an accident, right, the doctors, they just take an x-ray as such, so that they can see clearly the joints where the damage has occurred, right? So these are x-rays. If possible, try to search for these x-rays and see how these bones are joined. So here, this is your hand. You just see how many bones are present in your hand. So you can see that there are 3 bones. Yes or no? So that you can bend easily. So imagine that if these bones do not bend, what happens? Can you hold anything in your hand? So you can hold any object in your hand only when these bones bend. Yes or no? So all these fingers, it consists of 3 bones. Try to just feel it with your hand. So these 3 bones where they can bend easily, it is because of this nature where we can hold the object. So if these bones do not bend, it is not possible for us to hold anything. Okay? Yes, try to observe the x-rays. Yes, now here is another bone. Yes, you just try to feel it with your finger in the thoracic region, chest region. You can see that this is called as a rib cage, and these ribs are curiously bent. They join the chest bone and the backbone. You just try to bend. You just ask one of your friend to bend and just try to feel the bones which are present at the back. They are called as the backbone. So these chest bones are curiously attached to the backbone to form a box. So this is called as the rib cage. So this rib cage, it protects few important organs of our body. So what are present inside it? Your heart is being protected. Your heart and lungs are protected inside the rib cage. Yes, this is your backbone. Yes, you just imagine that if this backbone doesn't, it just is being connected to each other. Each small bones, they are like a rings and they attach to each other. You just imagine that if it is a single bone, if they are not in such a way, if they are not the small rings which are attached to each other, imagine that if it is only a long single bone, can you bend? No, it can't be possible, right? You just try to touch your feet with your hand. How is it possible? It is possible only with the help of these bones, small bones which are ring-like and they are attached together. So a spring action can be seen there. So it is because of this backbone where we are able to easily bend our body. Okay, so they are joined with the help of the joints. And this structure that you are seeing in the picture, it is called as a pelvic bone. It is with the part of this where you can sit on. So they enclose the portion of your body below the stomach, and this is the part that you sit on. Okay, so this is called as a pelvic bone. Yes, now here in the picture you can see this is called as the skull. So where the brain is protected safely inside the skull. The skull is made of many bones which are joined together, and this skull part, this is called as the cranium, where it protects your brain inside it. It encloses and protects a very important part of the body, the brain. Okay, so this is about the different types of joints, and it is with the help of these joints where the movement is possible in our body. Thank you.